Welcome back to Squawk Box. Some news just breaking this morning. A big setback for Uber's shares are tumbling as we speak after London's transport regulator said company is not fit to and proper to hold a private hire operator license in London. Willem Marks joins us this morning from London. This has happened before, Willem, but is this a different situation this morning?
Well, you're right, Andrew. Back in 2017, they stripped the license. They said that Uber at the time was not fit and proper, and that was because of concerns around background checks for drivers, as well as the fact they hadn't been reporting criminal offences committed by drivers. A judge last year said that Uber would have a little more time after they'd made some changes. They had a 15-month probationary period. That ended today, and now we've heard from that London regulator, Transport for London. They are once again refusing to renew the licence for Uber. You know, they've mentioned, as you said, not fit and proper to operate things, and also putting passenger safety and security at risk. This time, it's focused on a vulnerability in the app that allowed uninsured, unlicensed, unauthorised drivers to upload their photos to other drivers, existing drivers' profiles. 14,000 trips across London. This happened, and that is what they said put passengers at risk. Uber saying they thought the decision was extraordinary and wrong. They've said they'll appeal. Over the last 2 months, they said we've audited every driver in London, further strengthened our processes. We have robust systems and checks in place to confirm driver identity. They've got 21 days to appeal. In the meantime, the 3.5 million people in London that use the company, and of course the 45,000 drivers that operate the cars here, they have that 21-day period to continue operating, guys.
So this is now there's a bit of a race for the next 21 days. Is that the idea?
And we saw that last time, absolutely.
Right.
So the company will do their best to try and appeal against this process, try and get this ruling overturned. The ruling they've said is extraordinary and wrong.
But does this time feel different, given that they've now gone through this process before?
Yeah, if you listen to the language of the regulator's statement and the comments from Sadiq Khan, the mayor here, they've said going forward they just don't think this company is right for London. They've put passenger safety as a top priority, and they seemingly are incredibly angry these issues haven't been resolved.
And Willem, how does this relate to the other ride-hailing services that are still operating in London?
Yeah, it's a really good question. We've seen a lot of competitors jump into the marketplace the last year or two. Uber spending a huge amount of money on advertising. There's billboards all around the city right now focused on Uber Pool, their ride sharing. And of course, if you look at the pricing for some of their competitors, it's not quite at the level of Uber. So they'll be seeing this as an absolute bonanza opportunity for them to try and increase their market share.
But this is Uber specific, meaning they don't like Uber, the company. It's not that they don't like ride sharing.
Right. Uber specifically, one of the problems is they're allowing unauthorized drivers to pick up and upload their photos into this. They said it was like 14,000 rides that took place that were uninsured as a result, and in some cases it was people who had their licenses suspended or revoked.
So, yeah.
It's a problem.
And, there's a history of beef here, guys. There's a history, there's a backstory. You had that concept of grey ball. They were not very open to the operators here in terms of releasing information about how their system worked. And there seems to be some really, lack of trust when it comes to the regulator here in London, the Transport for London, and the company's executives.
Okay. Willem Marks, thank you, sir.
I think the bigger question is, does the system operate differently in London than it does here? Is the same thing happening? Will other regulators eventually take a look at this? Willem's right. This is a long history that predates Dara Khosrowshahi of the problems there. But if this is accurate, if this is what's happening in other places,
in the last 2 years, that's
what's going on?